For the last few years, I've been working with senior leaders on their succession planning ideas for what happens to their organization after they leave. Now, some of my senior leaders are planning their retirement. They've been there for a long time. They know they're going to retire eventually, so maybe they're 2 or 3 years out, and they need to start thinking about who comes next. This is the basis for my new book called Who Comes Next? Leadership Succession Planning Made Easy. Now, for my senior leaders who are planning those replacements for themselves and maybe those next tiered people who are going to step up, this process is about a year long. It's organized, there's a procedure, there's a process, there's templates, and there's a guide to do this. But what I also found is that for many of my senior leaders, they're not thinking about succession planning for a variety of reasons. Number one, maybe they're planning on staying for as long as possible, and they might be in a little bit of denial about leaving the organization. That happens. And that especially is true if it's your organization, the one you founded, maybe you're the owner, and you've got an emotional tie to that organization. Or perhaps it's a family business and it's really difficult to think about turning the reins over to someone else. Number two, some CEOs find themselves suddenly in a health crisis, either for themselves or someone else close to them. Their family member, maybe a spouse or a partner, perhaps a child. And then they have to suddenly leave the organization. Number three, some CEOs in the United States right now, are removed. We know that the average CEO is only in their job for 18 months. So when we think about the succession planning and that depth of leadership, building your bench, building your leadership bench so that people can move forward, we've got to be mindful of the fact that our leadership is not going to be there forever, and we need to plan for that. Once we identified the need for succession planning and a process that guides our leaders through this, we put this together with a series of templates, worksheets, and resources that makes this process easy. If you'd like a little bit more help on that, you can let us know, and we'd be happy to help guide you through this leadership succession process. Thanks so much. My name is Mary Kelly.